Okay, that day I went and I met her over, and I liked the house. I was looking around.
What kind of house was it?
A 3-bedroom house, you know, nothing too fancy. So when I got there, I was looking around, and she had told me, she said, well, you got to sign this lease in order for me to turn this into HUD, and I did everything.
Why HUD? You were going to be on Section 8?
Yes, I'm on Section 8, so I met her over to give her my voucher. She said, well, I'm not going to be able to, you have to give me something on the house. You have $200? I gave her $200. I noticed that
So you signed a lease and you gave a deposit?
Yes, ma'am. But my mom was there and everything, and we noticed the roof was leaking. And I was like, oh, my God, the roof is leaking. She was like, well, I'll fix it. We was walking around, and the floor was dirty, and then the bathroom had mildew on it. And she was like, well, I have all that cleaned up. I said, well, no, ma'am, I just don't want to deal with it. You know, I want to go somewhere else because my kids has asthma and the roof leaking. She was like, oh, all that'll be fixed. My mom said, what about the floor? She was like, well,
what was wrong with the floor?
It was real dingy, like it was old, like it was chipped up on the side. Mom was like, "Is you gonna fix that?" She was like, at first she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna fix all that." Then she was like, "Well, if HUD don't require me to fix it, we won't fix it." I was like,
Fix what?
The floor, clean the floor, and the well, she told me she'll fix the roof. Then she went out and wrote my tag number down, and you know, she was just, my baby had touched the stove. She was like, "Don't touch that." I was like, "No, I changed my mind. You know, I just don't want to deal with you."
This lady put money down on an apartment and then picked out a few things that could have been fixed. This is going to be a case against whether or not, if the landlord, property manager, whoever has their stuff in order. If this is about $200 and taking the house off of the market so that it could be for her, she may not get her money back because that's how they make a lot of their money. They have these application fees, and if you rescind, consideration of being 30 minutes a day or two, having buyer's remorse. This is what happens in a lot of different sections of life that maybe you could learn.
So I got on my cell phone, I called the police. When the police got there, I told him what happened. He said, well, ma'am, I can't give you back your money because it's a civil suit because you handed her money. I have my receipt. She said she gave me a $200 receipt. I told her I just don't want to deal with her. Just give me back my money and I'm going to go ahead on somewhere else. She said, no, you wasted my gas and my time and I'm not giving you back the money.
Okay. And you're saying the police came out there the same day that you
Yes,
gave the
ma'am.
deposit? And you gave the deposit what day? Can I see the receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
July 15th. That's the day you gave the receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let me hear from you, Ms. Carter.
Okay, Your Honor, first of all, we did meet on the 15th, and she looked at the house. During that process, there were a few things that was noticed. I never knew there was a leak, and in fact, it was taken care of the next day. Everything that was found was taken care of the next day on Saturday.
Okay, what was discussed between the two of you that day that was found?
That day, she had the Section 8 voucher. She wanted me to take it and wanted the property. All the family members liked it. She liked it. I said, I won't take it off the market unless you give me a partial deposit. I said, I need $500. She said, well, all I can give you is $200 today. I said, well, okay, if you agree that on Monday you'll give me the other $300, then I'll hold it till Monday. If not, everything will be forfeited. I had her sign that. I had her sign to that agreement.
Can I see that?
And that is in the on the back side of the...
The landlord is going to have this case based off of her having a contract saying that everything would be forfeited. This is stuff that's fine when you're just signing and accepting and okay. There are a ton of rules like this where they don't fully explain it to you. Car sales do the same thing. Unless you have a good, honest car salesman, they tell you everything. They have to tell you it slowly and make you sign at every little point on a contract. She signed once, didn't look at the fine print. Let's see.
Application. I got the $200 and everything was fine. When she said, I don't want anybody else in my house messing up my carpet. She said, no, I wanted to get it off the market. I said, okay, done. It's done. On Monday, I got a telephone call from her, and she says, I changed my mind. I want my money back. And I said, you remember that we had a very lengthy conversation, Denise. I said, if you don't give me the other money and go ahead with this, even signing a lease, you're in a lease situation at this point. I said, you lose that $200, you don't get it back. So
Okay, you know
at
you did
that
sign something
point,
that said that, though, right?
No, listen.
I know. No,
That-
you listen, though. You know you did sign something that said that. Do you,
No, ma'am, that wasn't on there because
Okay.
I read that very good. If it's on there, she had to add it, ma'am, because I take care of my business
okay,
very
can I
good.
see your copy of it? That's certainly possible.
She didn't give me a copy because right there at the house, it wasn't even no lease. Okay, once I told her I didn't want the house, all that was voided out because the lease is not.
Let's assume, all right, I'm going to pretend that's not even there. You give $200, you sign a lease. Why should you be able to get out of it? Because according to you, you spot the leak immediately and she's hiding the leak and you call the cops out right then. And according to you, there were no cops out right then.
Yes, ma'am.
On
I had the
Monday.
money
On
on me.
Monday is when the
finish.
cops come out.
No.
If I-
Hold on. You listen. Hold on a second. All right? I'm listening to her right now. I
Yes,
listen to
ma'am.
you, now I'm listening to her, so stop interrupting.
Yes, ma'am.
So according to you, it's now Monday, and she calls you and says, or you call her,
she called me.
and says, I changed my mind, I
She
want my money
changed her
back. You
mind.
say you don't get your money back.
Right. Then another person, a friend of hers, she had them call me to make an appointment to show the same house under the same pretense. I have a HUD voucher. I want this house. I like it. I went and met a friend, supposedly her friend, at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Was it
and
her friend?
It was her.
Wait. When you say supposedly her friend, did you know when you were making the appointment that it was her friend?
No, I didn't know it was her friend.
Right. You thought it was a brand new person?
Yes, but it
and
was
when
her.
you go there,
It
what
was
is
her.
And this is
Her.
the Monday the 18th. And
This,
so
her and a very large guy with her and a little
Okay.
boy.
Okay.
And the man is saying, you've got to give her money back really loudly. And she's saying, give me my money, really, really loudly. And I closed the door. I would
what
not
are
let
you
them
saying?
in.
You're saying you never went there Monday?
Listen, what Monday came out about? I had to wait till Monday to talk to my hard worker. All this went on Friday.
Did you?
Give me my money. I'm sure she was saying that and exactly how the lady was saying it. She's essentially a little bit of a scammer where she does business and then it doesn't work. So then she's pulling, let's meet, bring my friend, I'll have a gang against you, there's two against one. She's a little old lady. This is a sad situation just because she's just there to do business. This lady is scraping. She has low income. She's on Section 8. This is getting more difficult as the time goes on. The police are going to get called and it's not going to be good.
So you never went to the property on Monday?
No, ma'am. I never saw her on a Monday.
Okay, does anybody have the police report?
We didn't have, the police gave me a
They
little
would
piece
The
of
not
paper.
police
make a
came out,
report.
right?
No, when the police came
The police come out.
yes, ma'am. He gave
Stop.
me.
There's the magic bullet. See? If the police came out on Friday, then things happened the way you said. If the police came out on Monday, then things happened the way you said. I want to know how things happen because one of you is a bold-faced liar.
I don't have
And
no
I want to
reason to
know which of you is lying.
Okay, I don't
Because I demand, if I got to sit here and listen to people lie all day, I got to have myself a little fun. So I'm going to, oh no, this is so easy. I'm going to find out. I'm going to
That's right.
find out from the Jacksonville police. If they may not have written a report on something
They
like this,
didn't. Hold
but
on,
they'll have a log of when they went out to a call on a certain address.
They will.
Okay? They will have that. So
Yes.
I'm going to get off this bench. I'm going to make myself a latte. And I'm going to find out which of you two is lying
Okay.
about when the police got there.
I
Then
had
it's
it
not
wrote
so
down
easy.
because he gave me, the reason why I was able to.
I don't need flapping gums from either side.
Okay.
I need.
She is fierce. She's a beautiful judge. She's using her detective techniques to find out who is the liar. One of them is telling the truth. One of them doesn't make sense. The other one is a professional landlord and property manager. She has her stuff in row. There's going to be a log, and one of them is not going to have a case against the other.
Something you want to tell me? Something you want to tell me? When did the police go out there?
On a Friday.
They didn't.
It happened on a Friday.
They didn't. The police didn't go out there on Friday. The police went out there on Monday at 3:59. That's when the police went out there, July 18th. That's when the police went out there. The police lying too, because everybody's against you.
Everybody against me for my money because I gave her my money for a deposit.
Why'd you lie to me?
All I know is that they, on the receipt, that's when I called the police. My boyfriend was there. He would have came up here with me.
Not
but
according to the police. The police say that the date the police were called out to that house was on the Monday.
Well, that was
Right.
the day that we...
Right. So
Okay.
here's where we are. Okay, let's
She doubled down on her lie. She tripled down, she quadrupled down on a lie, and then she gave up because she knew she was caught. I feel like people do this all the time where they're compulsive liars. Maybe she was drinking and she doesn't recall. It doesn't sound like this was a while back, years, but she should have known and just said the truth because that makes her case look pretty weak.
Some police never happened, and
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know that you lied to me.
Yes,
let's just
ma'am.
assume, let's take that out of the way.
Okay.
Here's what I got.
Yes, ma'am.
I got you walking in, seeing a house, liking it, giving a $200 deposit, and then changing your mind. Whether you changed your mind half an hour later or 4 days later because you found something better, you still just changed your mind.
It wasn't about
And you
'cause I
can't
found
change your
something
mind.
better.
When you give a deposit, the default position is that it's non-refundable. Why would it be refundable? You're taking the house off the market for, according to her, 3 days, according to you, 30 minutes. But either way, you're taking the house off the market. What law says that she has to return it to you because you changed your mind?
It wasn't about I changed my mind. The reason why
Yeah,
I
it
wasn't-
was. Even under your testimony, it's about you changed your mind. You got a bad feeling. She's taking down your license plate. You don't like her. There's a leak. Houses get leaks. Leaks are fixable. There's no problem with a leak. That's not a reason why you could change your mind. A leak. Now you're telling me there's mold all over the place. I'd feel better for you to stop me from wasting my time right now. But you and I both know that it didn't happen the way you're saying it did. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
She lost her case. Now, she can't lose $200. She wanted it, but she lied. She did not tell the truth. The landlord has a right to keep the money, and she took the house off the market. Her claim was that she did not give it to somebody else. Now, did she have time to renege, have consideration, or take back the lease? No. It was kind of in the process, being finalized. Luckily, she's not being, charged to pay the full amount of the lease and not even being there, but she didn't get fully in the lease. That was a down deposit, non-refundable. I guess this could be a lesson learned for any kind of contract or business deal, especially with 12 months on a subscription, marketing. I've been through the same thing where companies don't do what they say and then they have a contract, but they use it against the customer, and that's how they make all their money.